Hello, welcome to Upside Down. Today we are going to have a live stream for World Creator, and I'm going to show you a little bit some things here and there, like features and things that I really liked, especially the last few weeks that I've been playing with the software a little bit more. And after that, of course, we are going to go into our special winners. So we are going to pick all the people that participated, which thank you a lot for participating and taking part in this, and thank you all for the awesome hello. I hope all of you, I already saw many comments. So I was trying to go through all the comments that are in the chat. So thanks a lot for everyone showing today. It's crazy. Yeah, hello bakers, of course, as always. So what are we going to do is I want to a little bit first, let me move so that you also see my screen, and yeah, like this is a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of my favorite features and some of my favorite things here, and as well I want to ask you guys like what you really liked in World Creator, and if you have any questions, just please leave a comment. I will try to give my opinion if I know how to resolve your issue or something like that. And as well, after that we are going to go into our list. This is the list of all the people that are participating into the giveaway, and these are all the people that wrote comments and are subscribed as well to the channel. And after that we are going to use this special picker wheel with it has like some cool animations and everything for picking our winners. So first let's start with World Creator and talk a little bit about some of the things that I've experienced the last few weeks. Don't make dunes, I couldn't handle it. Definitely not gonna make dunes. We are going to talk, I'm not going to go into anything particular, and I also want to talk a little bit about something that I'm experimenting and something that I'm going to record. Still, I'm in the process of recording for this weekend. I hope that I'm gonna finish it by Sunday is my plan. And I actually want to use, I started experimenting the last week. I want to use World Creator into workflow that is coming soon into Unreal. So as you all know, at the moment they are adding these features with the atmospheric lights and everything. So hello to everybody that's just joining the stream. Yeah, and we see that World Creator guys are as well in the stream, so give it some love to them, guys. Like they are doing their best and super amazing job into everything. Like they put heart and soul into the software that they are making for us artists to enjoy. So yeah, give them some love in the chat. And as I started saying, for Unreal, they've been talking all the time about planets and about all these things. So I started experimenting a little bit about that. And the video that is coming this weekend, it's going to be exactly about the workflow that I kind of started establishing about creating like a full-scale planet with World Creator. And I think that it's going to be a very interesting topic, especially that a lot of people I see in the comments are interested into making bigger, like massive games. So it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. And on this process, I wanted just to quickly show you some of the features and some of the things that I discovered. And I'm going to go a lot more into details after that. Into how exactly we can achieve such process and like how exactly we can make a whole planet, because as you know, it's quite a lot. This is quite a lot of data and quite a lot of information, but I discovered that actually World Creator has some very awesome features that we can use to achieve such results and such very cool things. Thanks everyone once again for joining, and thank you all for the welcoming of World Creator in the chat. Guys, as I said, they are pretty cool. Let's start talking a little bit about like my observations and like what I saw into creating a full-scale planet. So as you might know, like it's since a planet should have so much information and so many different things. Of course, we like making something like that is going to be massive and like it's going to take lots of resources. But one thing that I noticed, like everybody that has been creating so far planets and everybody that has been so far working with something similar, they all are using textures which are on the power of 2, but they are not squared ones. Like everyone is using, like, for example, 2K by 4K. And this is like one of the things that I didn't highlight in my previous videos, is that actually we can either have this locked size and using just like 4K or 2K for the size of our terrain, but as well we can unlock it as well and make it, for example, 996. So this way we can see, let's switch them the other way, and to 48. So this way we can create something which is going to be again a power of 2 texture, but is going to be a lot longer, which after that, once we are applying everything into a sphere, is going to unwrap a lot better and like proper, because it's going to stretch if we are using just a square texture. So using something like this, and I found out and figured out that actually most of the maps and most of the textures that are created for making planets are exactly 1 to 2 in terms of size and in terms of proportions. So we are going to use something like this into the proportion, and this is a very cool feature just to have it, because it opens for a lot of other configuration, a lot of other possibilities that we can actually do. So I'm probably going to make something very quickly and just show you around, and also show a few more things that I saw that are going to be very handy and very useful in terms of features for making a full terrain for a planet. I'm saying once again, if you want to have a lot of details, it's you're going to need like a very beefy machine to work on, but you can see that World Creator is already set it up, and it can really handle like high resolutions and highly detailed elements. It's more of a question, can your PC handle it? Because for me, I think that I'm going to go soon for some upgrades and start making some bigger things, because I saw that I actually tested something like 16K once, and it works fine, but once I started adding a little bit more layers, it already starts being quite slow, especially when I go to the texturing. But I definitely see that this is from my PC. So let's see first some comments. How is the chat? The chat is very busy this evening, like lots of people. We have 22 people actually joined into our live stream, so this is quite a lot for us, and it's super cool that so many people really like the software and really support the channel and liked everything that I'm doing so far. RTX 3090, yes. Nvidia, if you are watching this, one RTX 3090, it's going to come very handy for the whole community. You know how it works. One goes for me, there's also something for the community, so yeah. Feel free to support the channel. So yeah, that's a very good idea. Thanks for that one. So let's talk about another feature that I really like and it's going to be really handy, and I'm going again to go in more depths once I'm starting to release the video for for the whole planet. And this is the seamless properties. This is also something that I missed in my previous videos. So we have the opportunity, and this is going to be like a key feature when we are creating a whole planet, to when we unwrap everything so that it tiles seamlessly. So we can tile our terrain to be seamless on both directions, like on X and on Z. So if I click those, you will see that here I'm going to have this blend, like borders blend range. And if I turn them off, you can see that at the moment it's not blending, but now it will automatically create this nice blending. And you can of course play here with the blending option, which is going to make it like a lot more noticeable, or it can be like very smooth. For me, I saw that like between 0.6 and 0.7 works the best into, like, if you're making some terrains which are around 4K by 8K or somewhere around that size. So around 60, 70, I think it's oh, I love your hat. Thank you. It's my special hat for making videos. It gives me +2 on artist skills, and also specially improves, I think it's by 3 or by 3 point something, improves the baking process, makes it much faster. Let's see if there's, I see some word creator is a CPU dependent or GPU. It's a GPU, so yeah, it matters a lot on your GPU, and this is actually one of the key things why it's working so fast, because there are some other software which are dependent on the CPU, but yeah, word creator is a GPU dependent. And especially now with the coming of new RTX cards, I think it was 17th of September, correct me if I'm wrong, it's going to be pretty good. I saw yesterday that they already announced them and they already made some posts about that, so waiting to see what exactly, like there's already some pricings, and I can't wait to get my hands on some of that to see their performance. So back to our seamless textures. So here we can create our terrain to be seamless, which, as I said, I'm going to go a little bit more into details, and I'm going to go a little bit, explain a little bit more how exactly I'm using it for creating our planets. And it's going to be like one of the key features that we will need to use in order to be able to create such huge planets and such huge terrains. Another thing that I also didn't talk a lot into my videos are those steps. So I wanted to stress a little bit more on them and explain, because in the video I'm trying to make them around 10-15 minutes so that it's interesting, and you won't get super bored by me just modeling something. So this is a part that I skipped because I knew that I wanted to either make a live stream or make another video to stress a little bit more about it. So for those steps, it's actually, you can think about them, at least for me, the easiest way to understand how they work, to think about them like you have overlaid 10 different types of textures on top of each other, and each one has a different pixel density. So whenever you are reducing some of the steps, like for example you're reducing step 1 and step 2, those are going to affect mostly our like bigger chunks and bigger elements, and then once we go lower and lower, it's going to affect more and more our smaller details. And I can show you that, for example, let's say I go on number 5, and you can see that at the moment it's affecting like those hills, but if I move like number 1, it's going to affect like the full mountains that we have. And also if I go for some of the lower ones, we can really remove some of the details already from the terrain, and of course we can increase them. And this is something that when you're creating like your terrains and when you're working, you will need to work a little bit and adjust accordingly to the effect that you want to have exactly into your terrains. Yeah, seamless terrains can make small ground textures as well. So this is a very powerful tool, as I figured out the last few days I've been playing with the seamless textures, with the seamless properties here, and I've been testing some things. So there's some very cool stuff that you can actually do, and if you get a little bit more creative, you can create a lot of different interesting effects and a lot of different things, and after that just export them. And exporter is actually the next topic that I wanted to talk a little bit more, because you have a lot of options. I covered a little bit of exporting like our assets to Unreal and also exporting some of our textures, but I actually didn't look that much what exactly we can export. So in the current version, if you go to the export options, we have those different sections here. So first one, the surface, is going to be for the terrain that we have created. So here we can export whatever we need. Like there's a lot of different options for different game engines, as you saw. So we can export our height map, and as well we can export a normal map. And then if we go to textures, and we have textures here, we can export the so-called heat maps, and after that distribution maps, how our textures and everything has been arranged. So I'll just click it like this and leave it so you guys can see exactly what kind of maps we can export from once we've done our texturing. As well, one other thing that I also want to highlight, especially I'll make a little bit more into details once I get to show you about the planet, is for our simulation tab, because here, if you can see, we can actually export flow maps. And if some of you is more familiar with like game engines and also worked already on some game projects, you probably know that flow maps is something which is super awesome, and it's something that is being used in many places, at least from my experience, like some of the projects that I worked, is being used for making like rivers and making all the waters around your terrain. So you can export those, and after that use them to set it up everything so that you have like some movement in your water in your scene, and this brings like a lot of realistic effect, especially like if you have some shore and you have some small rivers and all these things. So it's like a lot into details and a lot in depth. You can go there and do many different things. And of course you have the option to be like TGA or PNG or something else, and a lot of other controls. So this is some very awesome features and very awesome things that you can export, and something that I'll be checking especially for my last video that I'll be making. And now I'm going to not go into depth that much into different details. I want to leave a little bit from the chat to see if you guys have some questions. If you already experience, like write a comment in the chat, like did you already try the software or did you saw videos, and also what do you think about creating if you win one of the licenses. And meanwhile I'm going to just prepare everything for our wheel of spinning, and we are going to start picking our first winner for the licenses. So remember, we have 3 licenses provided to us from World Creator. They were super generous to give those to our community, so big applause to them. And yeah, just write me in the chat if you have any questions while I go and set up our wheel. So here you can see that our list, it's 64 people are the unique entries into our giveaway. So those are like all the comments that have been left on the video. And now I'm going to set up, so it was 64, so we need here from 1 to 64, whoops, 64. Okay, and I think it's already licensed already for online people. Oh, that's it's couldn't be done like this because we have many people that unfortunately it's either evening or very early in the morning. You can see that for me it's 10:20 already, but I don't sleep. So let's spin for the first person and see who is going to get the first license. So good luck to everyone. I'm going to start spinning. Meanwhile, I'll check the chat. Woohoo! So first one is number 15. Let's go to our sheet and see. So excuse me if I mispronounce your name, because some of the name, like for the alphabets and so on, is going to be a little bit hard for me to pronounce. But the first one is Peter Bankston. Peter Bankston. Congratulations. I am going to contact you and tell you a little bit more about how exactly to get your license. So if you have any questions or if you're live in the chat, feel free to leave comments there, but I will contact you anyway. So first one is Peter Bankston. Congrats, and hope you will create some very, very cool stuff with it. I'm sure that you will. And as well, it will be very interesting for me to see what you created, and it will be super interesting for me to see what you guys are doing. Another thing that before taking our next spin, I want to mention is about the upcoming alpha for World Creator. So guys are at the moment working a lot on World Creator and adding new features and new features, and not only features, but like many new things that are going to come. And I've seen in their Discord, you can also join into their Discord community. There's a section where they all the time post new things and everything that they are adding, and they have awesome support. So I'm going to leave a comment, or you can find it from other World Creator videos, how to join their Discord, because they really have super awesome things. And I really recommend you to go and check. So they have an upcoming alpha very soon for the new World Creator, and I'll be sure that I'll be checking this, and I will be keeping you up to date with all the new cool things that are coming. But also, as I said, feel free to join their Discord. Hello, and I see new people joining to the stream. And let's see, people will have to be yeah, Peter, now you will congrats, you will need the license comes with the need of you to buy also a 3090. This is how it works. Sorry, it's not me making the rules, the chat made the rules, so yeah, you will have to get the new 3019 as well. Okay, let's spin for our second winner. Let's see what we're gonna get. I will grab some coffee by that time. Number 60. Whoa. Let's see who is that in the list. Number 60. Oh my god, sorry, it's going to be a little bit hard to pronounce your name. Razvan Bolohan. I hope that I'm pronouncing it correct. So congratulations. I hope and I know that you are going to have lots of fun using the software. And as the chat said already, you now need to buy 3090. Sorry, but this is the reality. Another thing that to divide it by 10. Okay, for the next one maybe. Congrats. Another thing that I want to say and I want to share, it's also a little bit of upcoming stuff to the channel. So as you can see, I'm trying to contribute a lot to our community, not only by giving you guys tutorials and cool tips, and also if somebody has some issues with their projects, I'm always open for questions and how to help you. But as well, I am trying to reach out to different softwares and companies to manage to get some things for the whole community, and so all the artists and all of us can benefit. And there is one new series that I'm starting to work on, and there is something new that I'm doing on my own at the moment. So I'm going to do some photogrammetry and a little bit go into recreating like real life locations and all these things. So feel free to leave comments. I will make a new episode in the next week. So for that one, feel free to leave a comment and tell me like what else you would like me to create into the photogrammetry things. Like, is it interesting for you? Because I've seen on internet many tutorials and many things about rocks and some other elements and objects like that. But for example, I didn't see a lot about electronics like vehicles and other things. So I think that it could be interesting for some more specific topics about scanning and like recreating real life objects. And I will make some tutorials regarding this, and also I'll be going into like what kind of equipment. I'm at the moment in the process of buying some equipment and upgrading some of my things. Sushi food. Oh, that's actually a very good suggestion to make some food, and yeah, that's a good idea. So sushi, I like sushi. I think that I'm gonna be super hungry making an episode about scanning sushi. So yeah, feel free to just leave a comments on the videos, and it's going to be a pretty long series. I would like to make something like 6 or 7 episodes, but I'm not going to post them every week. It's going to be like every second week, or like 2 or 3 episodes per month. And you will have still time to go and check some stuff and ask me if I want to, like what else to scan. And as well, another thing which is my way of as well contributing to you is going to be all the episodes which I'm going to be doing for the scanned objects, and like all of your ideas what exactly to scan. It's going to be assets that I will also put free for download for the community, so you guys can download the files and see on your side how they work on your scene, and also like check all the textures, check everything. And further, if you have any questions about that, it's going to be interesting. Hardcore, yes, we are. If it's easy, it's not gonna be that fun. And yeah, this is going to be definitely some challenge with all the refractions and reflections from food and all the things. But I've seen, I have a friend of mine that he's been scanning quite a lot of things, and I've seen some very cool assets that had actually some reflections, and he manages to somehow overcome all of this. So we will as well figure it out. Now let's spin the wheel one more time and get our third winner. Good luck for everyone, fingers crossed. 51. Let's go and see who is 51. Okay, so 51 is Joseph Moretil. So congratulations. I'm sure that you will have fun with the software as all the other guys. And as well, I'm going to contact with you and write you further how exactly to get everything. So congratulations to all the winners. We have here all the numbers that won, and I'm going to, after that, I'm just going to make one quick screenshot so that we have everything saved into our history. And I'm going to, after that, make a post on the channel for it, all the winners. And as well, if I don't manage to contact some of you, please feel free to leave a comment on the post, and after that I will figure out from there on how to contact you if your email or something like this doesn't respond, or I get some other kind of error. So congrats to all the winners. Super awesome. I'm sure that you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with the software. And now we can jump into a short Q&A, because today's episode was really just to highlight some of the things, what is coming, some of the things for World Creator, to thank them as well, and to tell you like what features and what things I really enjoyed from the software. And as well to talk about things that are coming, like the ones that I set the tutorial for making a whole planet. It's going to be pretty good. I already did some experiments and the results are very nice. So I'm sure that once the new versions of Unreal come, we will also make some tutorials going through how to set up the whole atmosphere and how to set up everything. And yeah, I'm sure that it will be helpful, and you guys will as well enjoy it. And as well, feel free to leave comments on all of those things. Now let's put a little bit, yeah, congrats to everyone once again, and let's put a little bit of some Q&A. I wanted to ask you what kind of videos, except the one that I mentioned for the photogrammetry, you guys might want to see. I want to, like in the next few months, to really stress on full creation of environment, because my whole idea is to help people build like what they need to do as an environment artist, like in a game studio, and what they need to have a set of skills so they can make it from scratch all the way to the end, like full environment and everything. And also I want to stress a little bit more in the upcoming months for Unreal, for I want to use a little bit more World Creator and show how we can create some awesome terrains, and especially I want to go a little bit in depth as well for creating materials and making more realistic terrains and more realistic setups after that in at the very end. And as I mentioned, photogrammetry. And yeah, feel free. I see here a comment that for a full planet, hell yeah, I also think so. I think that it's going to be interesting for a series to maybe not only make a full planet, but once we get some of the new features for Unreal, I will a little bit read into and I will show you a little bit of procedural placement of objects on our terrain. So once we start building already huge worlds, it's almost impossible to, like, you either need like some super huge team or you need some very good tools to be able to build whole world. So I'm definitely going to go into some more procedural things, like for example how procedurally to generate grass and some vegetation, or how to generate like some other element like rocks and all these things. So I think this is something that it's going to be very interesting into the whole thing. Yeah, I see many people actually interested into the whole planet creation. My planet is coming in. I don't know if we will change our workflow. Also, one thing that I've been wondering ever since I saw the demo for Unreal 5 is about the workflow for creating assets that are going to be suitable for Unreal 5. We all saw their demo and we all saw what they did. So you saw how they are adding like assets that are millions and millions of polygons, and there's like lots and tons of instances of those assets. And ever since that time, I've been wondering actually how I'm going to do the whole workflow about not only creating the asset, because okay, for creating the asset we just can go in ZBrush, sculpt some stuff, but also about texturing and later on bring everything and not kill our machines. And also, is it possible for us to do something like that? And what specification is going to be needed. So I'm also want to put a little bit stress in the upcoming videos for some new technology and some hardware, and what exactly it's the best setup for doing such things with either Unreal 4 or with Unreal 5. And of course we are going to go into the RTX and all the things that are gonna come with that one. So procedural workflow for things outside of landscape and vegetation would be great as well. Yes, definitely. I think that Houdini it's an amazing tool, a very complicated one, but an amazing tool for creating lots of procedural things. And it's actually something that I've been wondering to start looking more into depth into it. So maybe as a start, I wouldn't go all the way to Houdini, but I definitely would go into Unreal and try to make with Blueprint some more procedural generation. Let's say we create some modules for buildings or something else, and after that use some blueprints to set up everything like walls, sizes of the building, and everything. So I think something like this with combination of some procedural scattering on the terrain is going to be a pretty interesting series, and it's going to be very useful for many of you, especially the ones that are planning to do big environments and big sets. So thanks again for everyone to joining me today. Leave comments. The video is going to be available for you to see it after that as well and to enjoy it, and also to see once again like who are the winners. Congratulations to them one more time. It's been super awesome pleasure working with all of you and working with World Creator, and thanks a lot for all the support and everything that you guys are leaving as comments, as suggestions. And I really hope that the next things that I'm planning and the next things that I want to create for the community are going to be also very awesome, and all of us are going to have benefits as artists, and we can further improve our workflow, improve everything, and yeah, just make some awesome community that supports and helps with each other. Thanks again for everyone joining into this live stream. It's going to be, as I said, a short one because it was mostly for updates and what's coming, and as well to pick the winners. And tomorrow I'm starting to like finalize our videos. So on the weekend we are going to have one video with World Creator, and next week I'm going to upload as well our final episode from the beginner series, from beginner to professional 3D artist. And this is going to be the final episode of the basic series. So I divided it into basic, intermediate, and advanced. And in the basic ones, we are just covering like what people need to know and where they can start from. And after that, I'm leaving a little bit of room for them to explore and to learn a little bit some skills on their own. And in few weeks, I'm going to start the intermediate series. And the intermediate ones are going to start building environment, like I'm going to make a small environment set. And we are going to go through everything from baking, high polish, low polish, how to make our color schemes, how to render everything at the end. And one very important part is going to be how to set up everything for our portfolio. This is going to be very useful for people that are just building their portfolio, or people that already have some portfolio but they want to refresh it. And as you know, portfolios and things are something that companies have different vision and like depending on the role that they want. So I want to share in that one how to build your portfolio, some vision from the studios that I've been working, because I've been participating in quite a lot of the hiring processes. So I kind of know what exactly companies want in terms of roles, and how to adjust your portfolio so that you are more suitable for being hired into the position that you want. So thanks. Awesome stream. I see super again lots of support and a lot of very awesome comments. Thanks everyone for this evening. Thank you for joining me into this evening, and I hope that everything that's coming to the new videos is going to be great, and stay in touch with the new things that I'm going to try to get for our community. Either some new software, some sponsorship, and as some of you mentioned, maybe NVIDIA will see this video and they will say, there you go guys, you're super awesome, we are going to give you some cards together with those world creator licenses. So yeah, nice people, exactly. I couldn't said it better myself. Thanks again for joining.